So choppy back there at Major's Creek boat ramp. We've decided to turn around early. We won't leave tomorrow. We've left now. We'll go back to in the river where we camped last night. A lot more protected from the wind. So here we go. Probably a couple more hours cruising back upstream now. Nice houses there. Bundalong, we're coming back upstream past Bundalong, back to our other spot. Already the river's become a lot calmer, not as much wind through here. One of the Bundalong boat ramps. There's actually two, one further ramp, but I think this is the better one. Not a lot of turning room to put your boat in, but the ramp itself is fine. Swans on the pond there. It's about 10 to 10, 18th of November. Heading back upstream towards Waganya. We're only doing a couple of hours today. We'll camp at a little beach just before the Narrows. That'll give us all day tomorrow to get up through the Narrows. It'll be slow going and a bit hard. I just hope we can get through there. The river hasn't dropped too much, we'll probably be okay. Otherwise we might be scraping a few sandbars on the way. We'll find out. Left Waganya with 80 litres on board. It's the second day travelling back upstream. I'm down to 50 litres. All upstream from here. I hope I've got enough fuel on board. Otherwise the other boys have got a bit more fuel than they need. I might have to borrow some if I don't get there. There we go. Current's only going to get stronger as we go.
Yes, I'm just...
'Current getting a bit stronger now. We're sitting on 2600 revs and doing just over 5k an hour, which is probably fast enough anyway. As they say, no hurry on the Murray. Bit overcast today, at least it's not as windy as yesterday. It's quite pleasant on the water. Gilmatong Homestead coming up. Take a better picture of it as we get a bit closer. Today's getting all cloudy and lost our sunshine. It's supposed to be a bit better day tomorrow with plenty of sun. Solar panels are holding up okay, plenty of charge for the fridge, so that's one thing. Part of Gilmatong Station. Further up there, quite a big house that went in about 20 years ago. It's enormous in size. Other boats have already gone around the corner. We're heading up last as usual, tail end Charlie, normal. Like they might have been renovated at, you know, when they're 20 odd years ago. It wasn't quite like that. Goes around to the sharp right corner now. Around that way, around past Willows. It's the lagoon that goes up to the shanty. We passed going downstream the other day. There's a bridge there, I suppose. I doubt we'd get under that bridge. We can't go that way anyway. Not that we want to. We're going around here to the right. Probably only half an hour away from our destination today anyway at this stage. Swan on the river. There's a fair few swans back in the lake. A bit of a fence inside up there. We have seen a few snakes pass by. Can't get the video out in time. Those in total for the trip, we've seen half a dozen snakes swim across the river. It's the first pelican we've seen on this trip. Just under 3 kilometres to our destination. We're travelling at about 5k an hour, so not that far away yet. There for an early lunch. Good. Campsite up here. Got a jetty situation going on with steps and everything on it near the willow tree there. Not a bad little spot, I suppose. We're going around to the left here. Close up there. Here's the little jetty to the willows. Little ladder on it to get over to swim. Here we are, tied up for the night again. Nice spot, a bit windy, but the wind's not affecting the river, so the river's not quite as choppy as it was. Come from that direction down there. They're not too far away to the start of the Narrows, which is going to be exciting tomorrow getting through those. Very silted up, very snaggy. So here we go. Big lagoon over there on the New South Wales side. There's been some very big cod caught there over the years. We're tied up at a very sharp bend here. Tomorrow morning we go around the corner and we head upstream, up in this direction, up to the Narrows. Tomorrow apparently is supposed to be a much better day, nice and sunny. So here we go. Wednesday the 19th of November. We're about to head off. It's about 10 to 8, we're going to head off about 8 o'clock. See if we can negotiate those Narrows. The river did come up about 15 mil last night, which is a good thing. Boats there through the trees. .907, we've taken off a couple of minutes ago. Haven't hit the Narrows yet. It's around a couple more bends. The river's flowing pretty fast today. The river is on the way up, which will help us through the Narrows. Just entering the Narrows now. I don't know what to call it, the Narrows, very narrow. Up that way is the North Branch. This is the South Branch, basically. Very narrow and shaggy. There we go. Quick video of the Narrows. Getting very shallow in places, 0.8 of a metre in some places. Average depth is probably about 1.2, sometimes it goes up to 2 metres. Got a log coming up, got to decide to go over the log or try and go around it. Might have to go over the top. I think the other boats went over the top.
Okay, we have Yarrawonga behind us. We're up in the Narrows now, heading back up towards Corowa. With Yarrawonga behind. And lots of plot behind that, but you can't see them, they've just pulled in. Yeah, you can just see the front end of him coming out now. This is quite a shallow bit in here, and as you can see, we have a tree that's fallen out into the river. And it comes more than 3/4 of the way across.
2.5 feet here.
So we don't have a lot to get through, and it's getting shallower as we come in towards the bank.
Stick's poking out pretty thin anyway. Yeah, about 2.5 feet is the shallowest you'll come through.
This is Yarrawonga coming through the same gap as we just came through. And as you've probably heard Ken say, it's about 2.5 feet as you come through that gap. Look behind is the plot, Clip and Janine, and they're about to come through that gap as well. Down further behind them is Drunken Fantasy with Jill and Sandra. They're out, we can't see them at the moment. They're a little way behind us. They're all successfully through. And steaming along, steaming up the river. Here they are again. We're just trying to avoid something underwater that redback hit, and gallivanting and Plot are trying to get around it. So a little bit ballerina spirals in the middle of the river there by gallivanting.
12 noon, we've finally left the Narrows. I couldn't do a lot of videoing in the Narrows because invasive action, about snags and sandbars, and didn't have the time. What we did do though, we've seen an echidna swimming across the river there. I've never seen one swim across the river before. I've seen snakes and emus, but never an echidna before. River's a lot wider now. The current's probably a bit stronger. At least we don't have to do as much evasive action around snags and sandbars. Probably stop soon for lunch. Red Billy Black Snake trying to come into the back of Carl's boat. What's he doing? There he is, coming up the side of the boat there.
Going underneath.
Underneath the front of your boat, Carl. Can't see him in the video much. Thursday the 20th, 8:23, heading up to Waganya today. We're leaving early. The other boats are going to follow us in about half an hour or so. We should be in well before lunch. It's only about 18 kilometres to go. Current's running pretty fast. River's on the way up. Bit of a slow going, I suppose, but we'll get there. Got about 1.6 metres of water under me, but a bit of a sandbar up here. Stick close to the sandbar, keep out of the current, gives a bit more speed. No fish last night. Didn't even take any prawns off the shrimp off the hook. Nobody lost any bait last night at all. And our shrimp nets didn't catch any shrimp either, so obviously the fish aren't there because the shrimp aren't there. Nice beach over there, probably a bit too shallow for the houseboats to camp on. Fair way out the bank, only 1.4 metres of water, so it'll be a lot shallower in there. Other boats have already launched and they're catching up pretty quick. We're not going that fast. They'll probably pass us before too long. Quite a good beach coming up here. Not that we need to camp, but it's good to remember for next time. Looks like it's deep enough for the boats to come in, at least this end anyway. Probably get shallow around the other side. Just past the Boiling Downs entrance, creek entrance. Radioed the other boats. They tell me they're about 1 kilometre behind us now. They're probably going a bit fast enough, so they'll probably catch us before too long. Not campsite over there either. The Victorian side there. You're up there. A bit shallow there, you can go out a bit left.
Just spotted you in front.
Okay. This is from gallivanting, they've just seen me, so they're catching pretty fast. We've got a popular campsite over there. Very nice beach coming out. Very flat, good for campers. I think that's called Stanton's Bend. I think they were there when we come downriver as well. Looks like they're settled in for a while. Even got a little pump in the water. Old golf club dead ahead there. I think I can see a flag on one of the holes there actually. There around to the right. We're not far away now. South Corowa area there we're looking at. Turned into quite a nice day. Not afraid of Yarrawonga now. A few more bends will be there. The spot on the left here is that camp. You can stay there, $10 a night. It's called McMillan's Reserve, I think they call it. No one camped there midweek, I suppose, but there's no one camped there at the moment. Straight ahead is the Corowa Commons. There's quite a few rabbits there years ago. Caught quite a few with traps and ferrets. None there now though. Police virus fixed them right up. And of course traps are illegal these days anyway. What's that way to Yarrawonga? Interesting looking vessel there. Shed up there, someone's camp. That's the River Street area of South Pole. One of the houseboats tied up there now. Coming into Yarrawonga. Be around this corner. Our meal tonight will be fish and chips. First Yarrawonga Fish and Chip Company. Big city of Yarrawonga. It's the old post office over there. Not much here. Cafe there closed down. Here the cars coming up from the bridge. Down the end of that bridge leads over to Corowa, across the bridge there. The old Empire Hotel on the right hand side is closed out at the moment as well. I think they're renovating, I think they're going to reopen it. Friday morning, about 9:05, just heading off. Hopefully you get about 18 k's or so today. How long is 47 k's from here upstream? It'll probably take about 2 nights to get there. Get there Sunday night probably and bring the trucks down and we'll pull out first thing Monday morning. The other boats are going to come along and pass me later on. 17 keys. I lost the plot. Captain Cliff driving. Here comes Redback. Moving up the rear, getting ready to pass. Not a lot of wind today. The flag's not flying as much as it has been. But it's a nicer day. Nice and sunny. Good day for travel. Here he comes. Ken and Lee Mills, Captain Ken at the wheel. There they are, up ahead now.
Well, I'm going to back right up and make you overtake me.
Having an argument about who's
The
going
circle
to
work around you.
yeah, working out who's going to lead the expedition, eh?
No one likes lead.
I'll come up past you if you want me to, though. Yeah, well, you are the leader, Kent, yeah.
Going up there. Forgot to mention gallivanting left us at Yarrawonga, pulling out there. That's his home base. So it's only 3 boats going forward now. Lost the plot, Redback and Drunken Fantasy. Very nice setup there. Very flash looking home and a flash looking houseboat to complement it. Must have very deep pockets, that fella, whoever it is. New bridge coming up. When I say new, it's probably about 10 or 15 years old now. The other one's 120 years old, so a bit of difference. Corowa's caravan parks on the river. Seems to be the better, there's 3 of them I think. This seems to be the better one, better located, nice bank there for the boats. Get a lot of skiers coming off that bank in the summertime. Hope we don't catch too many today. Probably won't on the Friday habitually. Here we go, Ken's got a fish. What is it? Cod, carp? What have we got?
It feels like a cod.
Could feel like a cod.
Feels like a cod. He's
Looks like a carp, but it feels like...
coming, he's coming.
What is he?
Getting closer. Yeah,
What is it?
The cod, the way he's pulling.
Here you go, what is he?
Can't
Coming
come
up.
up to the top.
It's a carp.
Ah, it's a bloodsucker. It's a bloodsucker.
It's a Murray Marlin.
Bloody hell, look at him. At least it's a fish.
Oh, there he is.
Look at him.
Yeah,
Oh,
very good, all right.
where's my net?
I'm going to get him in the net here
A
now.
little bit more. Come
this
to
w-
Papa.
Watch the way he expertly lands his fish.
Watch this.
Or
Watch
it could get,
this.
it could,
Here
it
we
could,
go.
it could get off.
Oh, woo!
It could get off. There we go. We got him. There he is.
That's the biggest carp yet.
And that's how you catch a Murray
That's it.
Marlin.
Yeah.
Captain Ken of the houseboat, Redback,
Yep.
catch the gay fish.
Fisherman
Wonders will never cease.
Yeah, you're a bastard.
At 8:15, Saturday the 22nd of November. Probably heading off somewhere between 8:30 and 9 o'clock this morning. Only going 15 k's today, so plenty of time to go where we're getting. And then after that, there's about 10 more further k's into Yarrawonga, and that'll be the end of the trip. Looks like a bit overcast today. I think we're forecast for rain, which will be fun. when it's raining, sometimes you can't actually see the ripples in the water, which indicate snags, so that'll be a challenge. Otherwise, very peaceful morning. Nearly 9 o'clock. Took off about 10 minutes ago. Drunken fantasy.
Redback departing.
Drunken fantasy.
Okay, I'm just up around a bend from you.
Hey, chatterboxes.
Bend.
Drunken fantasy leading this morning
No,
for a
the
little while.
bend.
The other boats will catch us up later. We're a bit slower than they
Okay.
are. They're very chatty this morning on the radio as well. Anyway, it's turning out to be a reasonably nice day, even though heavily overcast and probably going to rain. It's getting a bit narrower up here and the current's very strong. Won't be making progress at all. Estimate that we should pull up about midday today when we get there. Current's getting stronger the further we go up. Other boats haven't passed me yet, lagging behind a bit. Being passed by Lost the Plot. Soon to be passed by Redback as well. Here comes Redback, flag flying, passing us. Just up ahead is Lost the Plot after his early run. Going pretty well there. On Sunday, heading up to Yarrawonga today. Only about 9 k's to go. Our last leg. Going to pull out there, and the trip will be finished. 2 weeks. Put in on Monday. We're going to pull out tomorrow morning early, which is a Monday. So basically 2 weeks. Down to Yarra through the Narrows. And back up through the Narrows, back up the Yarrawonga. Bit of fun going through those Narrows, but anyway. There's Cliff pulling up his ramp, getting ready to take off in a minute. Ken's pulling in his ropes already. Better go start me motor. About 10 to 10, all the boats have launched. They're following us at the moment, as usual. I'll pass us later on. So, turning out not a bad day. It's supposed to rain later, but perhaps not. We got a big downpour of rain last night, but it didn't last very long. There goes Lost the Plot. The other side, Redback. Having a race. He just put his revs up, I can hear it. Race to Yarrawonga. One Redback won the race. Followed by Lost the Plot. And Drunken Fangs have been up the rear as usual. It's about 1 o'clock. We've arrived at Yarrawonga. Just waiting for our ride to arrive to take us up and pick up the trailers and the trucks. Redback over there. We'll go pick up Drunken Fantasy a bit further down. There's Drunken Fantasy all tied up. We're actually going to pull that out this afternoon, probably about 3 o'clock. Take it back to the shed where I keep it. And the other 2 boats will be pulled out tomorrow morning, probably 8 or 9 o'clock. There's a boat ramp. We're pulling out of later on this afternoon. The river's actually come up a bit since we left, so it should be a bit easier. Although you're actually trying to launch the boat, retrieve the boat, and there's current, cross current. Sometimes it can be difficult to get the boat on, but we'll manage, we always do. drunken fantasy. Back to the shed at how long? Trip finished, trip concluded. 224 kilometres down to Yarrawonga, through the Narrows and back up again to how long. Eventful trip. Bit of a slow trip coming back upstream, but we got here. Picture of the shed.